What's good, family? It's your boy Just Blaze, host of the best NBA pod in the game, Above the Rim. Keep it locked each week and join myself and a special guest as we tackle the latest rumblings in the league. If it's happening in the NBA, you know I got you covered. Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and leave that 5-star review. Let's get it.
If you are in a position where you hire somebody, the number one trait that you want to see outside of their obvious ability is the want it factor. How bad do you want this? What are you willing to do to be exceptional at this? Are you willing to go the extra mile? When is the job finished? Is it when you punch a clock or is it when the job gets done?
Talk about it!
You are now tuned in to Above the Rim.
Welcome, family, to another edition of Above the Rim, the latest edition of Above the Rim, brought to you, as always, by your honorable host. It's your boy, Justin, a.k.a. Just Blaze. Thank you, family, for listening. Thank you for subscribing. It's another episode. And joining me this week, another special guest, a very good brother of mine that I met in this podcast game. Positive brother right here. And I gotta say, his hands are in a lot of pots, I would say that. He's an entrepreneur. He's an author, branded coach. He got the Harrison Blake apparel line, and podcast host of The Life of a Gentleman, one of my good shows that I like to listen to. Coming in from Detroit, from the Motor City, my guy, Rich Taylor. How you doing, my brother? How you living?
Hey, what's up, Justin? I appreciate you having me back on. It's an honor, bro.
Of course, man. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you being flexible with the time. What is it? Martin Luther King Day today, so it's a holiday today, too. Everybody's off. So it's a good day, man.
That's it.
Yes, it is. Family, as always, you can listen Above the Rim on any platform. iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Spotify. Subscribe on the YouTube page as well. To get in contact with me, you can hit me up and follow me on Twitter at justblaze_513. That's JUSBLAZE_513. On IG, it's just Blaze513. Facebook, search Above the Rim Podcast. Like that page as well. Above the Rim NBA Podcast at gmail.com is the email line for the feedback line. Call it up, 908-718-1592. Rich, my guy, where can the family find you, man?
Yo, you can find me on Instagram at The Life of a Gent. And if you want to know more about the business, man, we got the best ties, accessories, and custom suits for people who want to really step out. And you can find that at Wear Lapel Pins or HarrisonBlakeApparel.com. And thanks for shouting out the podcast as well, The Life of a Gent, on iTunes and Spotify, Stitcher, and wherever you can listen.
Yeah, man. You heard. Listen, family, you heard the man. If you want to step it up a little bit, you go holler at my man Rich. If you want to step it up a little bit, the fashion game.
Yeah.
You remember last episode you were on here? We had a fashion episode you were on here the last time.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I do remember that. We went, I think, like best dressed, worst dressed.
Yeah.
Shaq got a couple awards for that, I think. So, yeah, that was fun.
We had a couple of, we were talking about some of the guys who rocking those Steve Harvey suits.
Yeah.
What was it? I think it was T-Mac. I think T-Mac was one of the dudes rocking.
Yeah. But I've noticed he's changed, man. He got a personal stylist.
Yes.
Or somebody working.
Oh, you noticed? Okay, I definitely noticed. He stepped his game up because
He heard the episode.
That he did. He definitely needs to step it up, man, because those suits, those were not it. It was not it, Rich. It really wasn't.
Nah, he was struggling.
So let's get to some news around the NBA really quick. It was a small trade that went down over the weekend between the Blazers and the Kings. A little baby trade. It was Anthony Tolliver, Kenneth Bazemore, and picks traded for Trevor Ariza and a couple of scrubs. Basically, it saved the Blazers some luxury tax. They also gave them a decent piece that they could use right now that they could add to their rotation. I mean, let's break it down really quick, Rich. I like Rich. I like Rich. Look at me. I like Ariza. Don't get me wrong. But my man Ariza is a little bit over the hill, right? Let's be real. I mean, how old is he now? He's 33, 34.
I think it was 30. It might have been more than that.
More than that? 35?
I thought, but I could be off. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's over the hill right now to me. But I will say this: he still can contribute. He still can play some solid defense, and he can knock down open threes, which is basically what the Blazers really need because they absolutely stink right now. Rich, I'm completely disappointed with the Blazers this season, my man.
Oh yeah. They've I don't know why they just didn't. They got off to a slow start. They haven't really crawled out of it. They've made a couple little moves, like you said, bringing in Melo and with this little baby move. To me, though, I mean, it's all for nothing. It really doesn't move the needle. If I'm being honest, it didn't excite me. It was like a blip on the radar. So
it was
yeah. I mean, it's all we've gotten though. So, but hopefully there's more in store.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're 11th in the West right now, which is an unacceptable record for them after going to the Western Conference Finals last year with Dame and CJ. I mean, they had some injuries, yeah, but it's still, they should be a lot better. They shouldn't be fighting for that 8th seed as they are right now. And,
I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think it's a lot of other people came up, kind of leapfrogged them, you know, and they didn't really make any major moves to elevate themselves and retool. And that's what happens, man. This NBA is fast-paced, man. Things change quick. And look where you're at, you know?
Very quick. Very quick. And then they lost two integral pieces. They lost Mo Harkless and they lost El Farouk Aminu. I mean, they were smaller names, but they were very good rotational wing defenders for them. And they actually missed them. So we'll see. We'll see how they go. So let's move on to the cop and the drop in. So I'll be throwing out some NBA hot takes for you, and if you agree, copping. If you disagree, you're dropping, and then you tell me why, and then we discuss. So let's talk a little Lakers here, because I remember last time when I spoke to you, Rich, I know you're a LeBron fan, right?
Yeah, LeBron fan.
Yeah, big LeBron fan. I know that. So I said, you know what? I got to throw a little bit of Lakers in here, a little Lakers talk here for you. So first one here. LeBron, we know right now he's leading the league in assists. His Lakers are number 1 in the West, second best record in the league right now. He's feeling good. No wine on the bench this year yet, so that means he's focused. He's focused this year. He's only missed a game or 2. I don't know if it's 2 or if it's just 1. I know he had that little PTO day he took not too long ago for that sick day he took. But with that being said, copping or dropping, Rich, for you, LeBron is confident enough in his current roster that he won't tell management to make a trade, as he normally does in the midseason. Typical LeBron. So copping or dropping, LeBron is confident enough in this roster that he won't make a trade. What do you think?
Dropping.
Oh, okay. Talk to me.
Yeah, no, I see them. I foresee something happening, even if it's a small tweak. I know the Kuzma stuff is out there a little bit. Long term, that's a bad move in my opinion. Short term, to drop Kuzma. I would hold on to him because I think he could be nice down the road, but they're impatient, man. They want to win now, so I think they might do it. I mean, I know we got about 2 weeks to go. Don't be surprised. Something's going to happen because, like you said, when has LeBron not pushed a trade?
Always. You know what I'm saying? This is annually, Rich.
So if he does out, like, and honestly, do you think they have enough? I don't think they have enough. I think they're missing something. They're missing a little punch off the bench.
I agree. I definitely think they're missing one piece. I think right now they are still the best team as is, because a lot of teams are still kind of getting their feet wet. Even though it's 40 games in, they're still like learning each other. So there's a lot of uncertainty right now. But I feel like if they want to make that leap where they're not unbeatable, but maybe close to being unbeatable, like to solidify that one weakness that they do have, to me is definitely in the backcourt. And I've been saying that for a long time, that they need to upgrade their guard rotation.
Exactly.
They do, and I think that's where they might run into a little bit of trouble going down the stretch, especially in the playoffs, because right now currently they have LeBron at the point guard spot. He's playing the 3, but he's really the de facto 1, and he's pretty much making every single play for them. And then Anthony Davis in the playoffs, usually a lot of times they don't necessarily run the offense through a big. So you need another guard. I need another elite guard playmaker on that team. But the problem is, Rich, I know I hear you a Kuz guy right now, but he's their only asset to trade.
Yeah, and that's the down part of it, because like I said, you're trading your future, but if their window is now, so they're gonna have to do something. And so I'd hate to see it, but I'm not really a Lakers fan, so whatever. Because some of the rumors, I mean, just to throw this out there, I don't know how true it is, but I heard some rumors about for D Rose.
Yes. Oh, we gonna get to that. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I mean, that makes sense for both sides, quite honestly. So in the back of my mind, I'm kind of hoping, let's go ahead and do that, because that'll help LeBron. But that's also going to help the Pistons. But yeah, we'll get to that. But you're right. That's the only really trade piece right now.
Yeah,
so
it pretty much is. And you know, LeBron, his itchy fingers around the trade deadline. He has trigger fingers to make a deal. Him and the management. So we'll see how that goes. So second, next cop in the dropping right here. So we got Zion coming back this week, finally making his impending debut to the court this Thursday. I believe it's against the Spurs. The Grizzlies are playing the Pelicans today, MLK Day, but obviously Zion isn't playing yet. He's going to be playing later on in the week. You have him going against Ja Morant, the Grizzlies' young sensation, one of my guys, the undisputed rookie of the year in my mind right now.
Against, for sure.
Yeah, against basically Zion's team, but you know Zion was basically the sexy preseason pick for rookie of the year. So Ja this season having a phenomenal year, is giving you 18-7, only 29 minutes. The Grizz are in the 8th spot in the West. Preseason Zion gave you 23-6 in 4 games. He's a 6'6" power forward. So Rich, I'm gonna ask you, copping or dropping this take? Ja Morant will have a better career than Zion when it's all said and done.
I'm gonna cop that.
You gonna cop that? Talk to me.
I'm gonna cop that, and even if now, I'm not gonna say I'm a little swayed about the injury to Zion, because I think that's gonna be a trend through his career. But what's making me cop it really is the way he's come on, borderline all-star first year. I don't remember the last time I seen that rookie.
As a rookie was, well, you could, if you want to count Ben Simmons, if you want to count Blake Griffin, it was technically their second year, but really their first playing.
I won't even get into Simmons, but to me, that's whatever. I can read into that, how you know. But Morant, I think, especially in the West, the way it's loaded. I mean, they're just watching him having league pass and just checking him out. His trajectory, I mean, the ceiling is high. I know the ceiling is high for Zion too, but the injury ceiling is high for Zion too. I mean, so I'm thinking apples to apples. I think Morant, he's proved he's durable. He's explosive. I mean, his shot can get better. Sky's the limit.
So you're not a big fan of well, I would say you don't believe in his longevity of his career, I would say, for Zion. You think he's going to get injured multiple times in his career, or won't be able to sustain it, I should say?
Exactly. I don't see with that weight.
He definitely got to shed a few pounds.
He can figure out how to shed some of the weight, but I don't know. I don't have him on a scale. I'm not weighing him, but just the eye test, it doesn't look to me that he shed anything since college. It looks like maybe he's put on weight.
Yeah, he does. He still looks like a big boy, man.
Yeah, he doesn't it look like he's bigger?
Yeah, he does. He definitely.
No, I'm like, is it me, or is this? I mean, is this guy eating all the food down there? I don't, I'm not sure what's going on, but
is it the gumbo?
Yeah,
is it the gumbo, Rich?
The beignets.
The beignets.
Yeah. It's something. But the thing is like when he got drafted immediately, that should have been a point of emphasis. Like, listen, man. We got to get you on a vegan diet or something. I don't know what you got to do, but you got to slim down, because I don't know anybody who's been able to sustain weight like that. Yeah,
especially at the size, because he really is like a 6'5", 6'6", really.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and he's still growing and developing as a man. Whether we like to believe that or not, he's gonna get bigger. Naturally, he's gonna get bigger. Yeah, like all of us do. But he's got to watch it now, and I don't see him doing that. All I see is he looks bigger to me, and And that's danger. That's just the danger zone.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we gonna see how he look this week. I'll tell you that. They say he's ready.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm definitely gonna be tuned into that Thursday night because it's gonna be interesting to see, man. He better look good because all eyes are gonna be on Zion that night. So.
I tell you this though.
Yeah.
Me and my brother were talking.
Mm-hmm.
If we got the opinion he's gonna get hurt again, and
this season, or we talking about down the line?
We're already waiting. We're already waiting for the 30 by 30 on Zion. It's coming. What could have been?
Oh man,
30. What could have been? Because all the hype, and then I just think his health is just, it's just not there, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch, man. I'll tell you that. So let's get into your Detroit Pistons right now, man. So, I told the family before. My guy Rich is from Detroit. You still live in Detroit right now, right? Oh,
yeah, just outside.
Okay, just outside. Yep. I know you're a longtime Pistons fan. And I gotta say, I feel for you, brother, right now because Detroit, man, they've been starving for some good basketball for many years now. Starving for some good basketball since those Billups days, those Rasheed Wallace days, man. You guys had semi-competitive teams, but not a competitive enough team. And I know the city is starving for some great basketball right now. Am I wrong?
No, you're exactly right. Got the new arena.
New arena.
And it's beautiful.
How's that looking? You been there?
Yeah, I've been there, man. It's a great location.
Nice.
Right downtown, right in the heart of the city, across from Comerica Park where the Tigers play. It's really designed nice. Really a huge television. What do they call that? The screen.
Like the big screens?
Yeah, the big screens, man. It's I think it's one of the biggest in pro sports.
Wait, outside the stadium?
No, inside.
Oh, inside the stadium. Oh, nice.
Inside the stadium. Yeah, the screen is huge. I mean, so it's so big, like you almost have to force yourself not to look at it because, like especially if you're upper level or mezzanine, you just find yourself staring at it. But really a lot of great seats. But yeah, the city's hungry, man. But that place is empty right now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's tough though because it's not. It's not to say that there's nothing to cheer for, but I mean, sometimes it is. I guess it's just hard for people to just. I don't know, man. I mean, because I know Detroit is a great basketball town. That's why I'm like, they just need some. At least they look good when you guys were in the playoffs last year. The stadium definitely was packed then.
Oh yeah, it got filled for that. I mean, playoffs. Everybody's gonna show up for something to do. But overall, yeah, we're hungry for something. Yeah. It's time to give the people of Detroit, something to cheer about again. I mean, this, like you said, it's a great basketball city, sports city.
Definitely,
people will support it, but they burned us out.
Yeah,
the ticket office, and they're calling me all the time. I told them, don't call me till you make some trades. So they're trying to offer me deals to get me back, and I just told them. With the product that you guys are putting out there right now, I'm not spending my hard-earned money on that.
I feel you on that, man. They definitely need to put a better product on the floor right now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that because one of the good things that Detroit does have going for them right now, kind of like a feel-good story for the team in this weird kind of up and down season, is D Rose and the resurgence, I should say, of D Rose in Detroit. And I can't lie, man. He's impressed the hell out of me this year. I think he's impressed everybody this year. He was coming off the bench early in the year. Now he's starting out for Dwayne Casey. He's been averaging 18 and 6 on the season and shooting 50% from the floor. 50% from the floor for D Rose, and only playing 25 minutes a night. So that tells me a lot. And he's right now he's on like a tremendous stretch right now. He scored 20 or more, I believe, in 8 straight games for the Pistons. Pistons have been winning their last couple of games. And right now, if you look at the standings, Detroit is only trailing the Nets by 3 games for that final 8th seed. So with all of that terrible roster that's on display right now for the Pistons, it's actually not terrible. It's okay. It's just that there's been a lot of injuries. Blake is out. We're gonna get to that too. I got a lot of fire for Blake. I like Drummond, but D Rose, man, he's really impressed the hell out of me, and I really, we love to see it, especially over here in Above the Rim. We love to see D Rose doing well, and I think he's deserving of an All-Star spot, man. So you in Detroit, what are your thoughts on D Rose's progression this season? How he's been playing? How you feeling about him?
Actually, the one word I would say is surprised. I was not expecting this. I was expecting, half of this, half of the production, 12 points. I'm thinking, man, he's coming here and just set this city on fire. And my thing is, right now, he probably does deserve the All-Star vote, as a reserve. But I don't know if he's going to get it. The other part of this is he deserves better. And I mean, we got him on a nice contract, affordable contract.
Yeah. 2 years, $15 million. That's light.
I mean, that's a deal of all deals, just about for what we're getting. And the thing is, just as a fan, that's why I'm saying he deserves to have a chance. With him playing this well, I'd love to see him on a playoff contender, our championship contender. He's spinning his wheels here in Detroit. Let's just be honest. Even if he stayed this year and next, would he really resign? You know what I mean? He's not part of the long-term plan, and we're not going to contend for the championship in 2 years. Let this man go. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
And if we can get a young asset for him or maybe a first-round pick, I would do it. Not just as a kindness to him, but just looking forward, having some forethought for where we're really trying to go. You got him on a deal, but he's not staying after that. He's gone.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. D Rose is like one of those little interesting like conundrums right now for the team because he is playing so well, and right now is when he probably has peak value right now.
Exactly.
But he's the only thing I feel like that's actually putting some asses in those seats, pretty much. You get what I'm saying? Like, the way D Rose has been playing right now is probably the only reason people are still coming to the arena and still like are supporting the team right now in that fashion, that are a little bit excited. Because D Rose, the way he's been playing, he's been looking semi D Rose of old. He's still giving you some highlights. He's definitely still putting in production, and I would personally give him an all-star spot. See, I'm saying because the last episode I gave out my all-stars in the last episode, Rich, with a couple of my fellas here, and I didn't have D Rose on my all-star ballot. And I actually, after I had the episode and I listened to it, I was like, damn, I said I was tripping, because I feel like he definitely deserved the all-star spot, and it's a feel-good story at least to have him in Chicago, of course.
In Chicago, yeah,
coming off the bench. He doesn't have to be a starter, but at least coming off the bench, at least I think would be really good for him as a great. It's not even necessarily comeback. I don't want to keep saying comeback because I feel like we saying D Rose comeback every year. You feel like that, or is it just me?
No, I hear what you're saying with the comeback. I mean, he's bounced back. He's had adversity, man. Remember, everybody had like the wheelchair memes and all that stuff. So I mean, nobody's laughing anymore. Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, like he's playing well. Like he's playing how he's supposed to play now. You know what I mean? And I like it, man. So you think right now, since you're a fan of the Pistons, you feel like that you guys should let D Rose go for now, even if he's playing so well for you guys?
I honestly do. I feel like we should get younger. What's the point? I mean, my argument is, what's the point of keeping them? It's like you're just being selfish. You keeping them for what? So we can maybe battle for the 8th.
But I think he wanted to be here, though. I think he wanted to be here because it's semi-close to Chicago. Closer.
It is. But we got him one more year. Yeah. And I don't see him. I can't remember his age, but I don't think he re-ups here. Do you?
Nah, honestly.
I mean,
I would say the only thing would be because of distance. Maybe if there's like a West team coming at him, and he how he actually really cares about his family. I remember he says that like all the time. That he wants to be close to his family. So I feel like he would always give maybe Chicago like a nod or a call, like, would you guys take me back? But if he has to settle for something closer.
Yeah, because it's like an hour flight.
Yeah, so it's not really that.
He's there quick. Yeah,
and he's not a West Coast dude. He's most definitely a Chicago dude through and through. So I feel like I honestly feel like he would consider it over there because he looks happy. Does he? He looks happy to me.
Sometimes he does. Sometimes he looks frustrated.
At Drummond, I feel like.
Yeah, and also though, my question is, 2 years from now, can he keep up this pace? Can he keep up these minutes? Are we gonna burn him out? A lot of the blogs that I read, people are worried that Casey's overusing him now. Now he's found like a new tool, and he's going to it too many times. And you know, with Rose's history, are we putting too much on his shoulders?
Yeah, I was thinking about that also, but he's only playing like 25 minutes, so it's not a lot. You know,
it's not a lot, but
it is D Rose.
I don't know. It is D Rose. You hold your breath every time he goes up for a layup. Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah,
100%.
So let's talk about Blake a little bit right now because Blake is one of these dudes that boy. I had a lot of thoughts about Blake because, you know, my guy is Chris Paul. That's one of my favorite players. So I've always had a interesting opinions about Blake. Sometimes I hate him. Sometimes I love him. I like his game sometimes, and he really can annoy me a couple of other times. But he's been in Detroit, about 3 years now. This is 30 year in Detroit. Right now, another disappointing season, obviously, clearly to me, because now he's out indefinitely with his knee trouble, electing to have yet another surgery on that knee. This season, when he did play, to me, he's looked relatively pedestrian to me. Look at what you got. 15, 4, and 3 he's giving you for your Pistons right now, Rich. I'm not feeling Blake right now, and I'm very disappointed. So talk to me and how you've been feeling about Blake and what, like, I would say as a whole right now, this whole little 3 year run that he's not run, but 3 years that he's been with the Pistons. How you feeling about Blake?
Disappointing, man. Like you said, 3 years. What have we got out of him? 1 year of production?
Literally 1 out of 3.
Yeah, well, 1 out of 3. So I mean, what can anybody say? Now, the 1 year he did give us, he balled out of his mind.
Yeah, last year, yeah.
So okay, great. But like you said, this year he looked like some old man playing rec league ball. You know, everything was slow. Everything was let me shake and bake down low, and it was just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so the flow of the game was messed up. And with this extra injury, I mean, we just had an injury, and then he gets surgery. He's not coming back this year. Let's face it.
Nope.
We're stuck. We're stuck with him. Who wants him? Nobody. Can't trade him. The man can't play. That's it.
Yeah, but that's such a quick turnaround. Like that's crazy to me. Like, when you guys did trade for him, remember? Actually, you were on the episode, I think, when we first traded for him.
I was excited.
Yeah, I was excited too. I was like, okay, I like the pairing with him and non-existent Reggie Jackson. I don't know. There's an APB out for him, Rich. I don't know what the hell Reggie Jackson is, but he was supposed to be there with him. Drummond, I thought it was a solid pairing. They looked solid last year, and Blake looked very good, but he couldn't. Obviously, stop me if you heard this before, but he couldn't finish the playoffs last year again because he was hurt. He played 1 out of the 4 and got swept.
Yeah.
So the optimism is totally gone. So wait, is he damaged goods at this point? Is Blake damaged goods?
Of course. You know, you go in the grocery store and they got that little section in the back. And it's all the little weird stuff, the dented up cans and open boxes and stuff like that. That's where he is. I mean, he's damaged goods. I mean, does anybody think next year he's going to come back and perform at a 18-10 level? I don't think anybody's seeing that. Nobody's expecting it. I'm just honestly expecting him to get hurt again.
Damn, that's terrible.
So, I mean, he's given us 1 season out of the last 3. He's been hurt that much. And like you said, with him and Reggie being hurt that much, there's no way that we can even be competitive. It's a miracle they're in 9th now.
Yeah, it actually is. Low key, it actually is. And you only asking for 18 and 10. Honestly, that's not even that much to be asking for. 18 and 10. Like
that's the most I think you could get out of him.
that's crazy. And the year before, he gave you what? He was like, I think last year was 23 or 24, something like that. But his rebounds were down, obviously, because of Drummond. But that's not even, like, you're not even asking for that much. And you can't even expect that out of Blake. Like, that's very disappointing. And he still got, what, 3 years left, I think? Two, I believe.
Two. Yeah, after this one is two more. It's 2 big years. High 20s, I think, like 28 million a year.
I think the last one is in the 30s, I believe.
Oh yeah, you're right. It gets really crazy. But that one, you already know we're gonna have to eat it. There'll be no takers on that.
Oh man, that is really terrible, man. That is so disappointing with Blake, man, because it's in the East. He should be able to at least, and it's not even like we're asking him to lead you to a championship. Just stay healthy, and y'all can make the playoffs. Stay healthy.
But I mean, like we were talking about with Zion, and just things happen. You know what I mean? Remember how explosive Griffin was?
Oh yes.
Reminded me of somebody being explosive.
Yeah. You
know, and now the knees, they're gone, man. And how many surgeries is that now on the knees?
I think it's like 3.
I think 3.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting much, and I mean, I don't think anybody should really be thinking he's going to come back next year and just light it on fire. I mean, you saw how slow he was moving this year at the beginning.
Well, do that one leg on the court. So would you say as a whole now, Detroit is kind of giving up on Blake? Is that too far?
Well, I think from what I've been around and what the Pistons community is saying is, I mean, realistically, you pretty much know you're stuck with them. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like being in a bad marriage. It's like acceptance phase, man. Like you're in a bad marriage. You know, y'all been together 20 years, and it's like we're together for the kids. You know what I mean? Like that's where we're at with Blake. I mean, you're together because who's gonna take on that big, massive contract for no output? It's not like the Chris Paul thing when he had the big contract. The man can still give you something. Yeah. You know, with Blake, everybody's seen, hey, it's damaged goods. You know, it is what it is. I'm just hoping to ride it out. And, you know, the next 2 years, whatever he gives us, just a bonus. But I wouldn't make him like the focal point of anything.
Yeah, I hear you on that, man. So it sounds like to me that you're kind of on the starting to blow up I can't say blow it up. Well, you want to blow up the roster, but you don't feel like you have the pieces in order to blow up the roster or make the kind of moves that you want. Or is there certain moves that you feel like Detroit should make, or what kind of moves do you think you would want them to make?
I got the dynamite ready, so
you got it ready.
I got it. It's lit. Just tell me to drop it. I'll blow it all up. Yeah, my take really at this point in time is, you know, Reggie's gone after this year, so that's he's supposedly going to come back soon in the next few weeks. Again, pointless coming back for half a season. Then he drops off. We got Drummond, who's going to test the waters. I mean, you've heard there's some trade rumors.
Would you let him go?
I wanted to let him go. I wanted to pull the trigger on some of those, but
you took it back.
But here's the thing. Yeah, those teams, the Hawks, the Knicks, they were offering garbage for him.
Oh yeah.
When it all came out, and the reason why is because that's what he's worth on the open market. You know, I'm not a Drummond fan. You probably could pick that up pretty quick.
Oh yeah. He's solid though. He is leading the league in rebounds right now, 15 a game. He's a big boy down there.
He's an optical illusionist. As far as he's one of those players that you look, if you don't watch him all the time and you just see, man, he is a good rebounder.
He is. That's what he does.
But nobody else on the team rebounds.
That is true. So he's gobbling up those rebounds on his own.
Yes. He doesn't play, and I'll give it to him. He's healthy. He does play a lot. But when he doesn't play, other people can get rebounds too. It's just that when he's in there, it's almost like they just let him get it, or just kind of deferred to him. Yeah. But if you watch him all the time, it's kind of like empty calories. You know what I mean? You can eat a big bag of potato chips, but you're not full.
Oh yeah. That dollar bag of Lay's, but it don't really do nothing to you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He gets you the rebounds, but he's never really. You can't really run anything for him. Offensively, on defense, he's a liability. Honestly, a lot of the time, people blow right by him, or he's just fouling people. His free throw shooting has improved, yes, but the man is like, he kind of lumbers down the court.
Mm-hmm.
He's not as fast as you need to be in today's day and age.
Mm-hmm.
He can't finish at the rim like other centers that even, may not be as big rebounders as him or big names that people know. But, man, these guys can get above the rim and finish. You can't even really lob to Andre.
Yeah.
You lob to him, he brings it back down. He's got to gather it and go back up and get fouled and go to free throw line and hit one or two. It's. I think when he hits the open market, you're gonna see.
Mm-hmm. There won't be a lot of suitors.
Not for what he's asking.
I know, because he is asking for like 30 mil.
He's asking for 30 mil.
Come on, man, Drummond. I mean, you know what? You know why he's thinking that? Because his production warrants somebody to get that kind of money, $30 million. Because if you look at his numbers, it's 14 and 15 or whatever. Those are great double numbers, but
exactly
there's different quantity in double doubles.
And that's why I'm not a fan. It's not just. I just can't stand Andre.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it as a business, dollar for dollar. The money that I'm spending, what am I getting for that?
Yeah.
You telling me who else makes 30 in the league? I mean, just go through the names.
Mm-hmm. They're
you know what I mean?
Quality players, yeah, close to franchise players, pretty much.
Right. So then you go, okay, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Andre Drummond. I mean, I'm paying him $30 million.
Yeah. Oh man, this market these days, man, it dictated for him to get that kind of money. It's crazy.
But, hey, okay, I want to see who gives it to him. I don't think anybody will.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I hear you on that, man.
Because I can't think of a team that has that need. You know what I mean?
Only the Hawks, maybe. They're gonna try to, since instead of trading for him, they'll try to sign him. But I mean, they have other decisions that they have to make too. They want to pay him $30 million.
I don't think they want to pay him $30 million.
Yeah, that's a lot for Andre Drummond. It is.
Yeah.
So really quick before we move on from Detroit. So you were saying that you like the if it was the rumored, not really rumored, but it was, I guess, talked about or whatever, like a Kuzma for Rose swap. You would like that for your Pistons?
I'll take that.
Okay. Rose and a pick maybe for Kuz.
And Kuzma's from Michigan.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh,
he's from
Flint, right? Yeah,
it's about less than an hour from Detroit. So,
shit.
That sends him back home too. So, I mean, I don't know. The fan base might not be like super excited, but I think once they see him start putting up numbers, because on a team like Detroit,
yeah, he can put up some numbers.
I mean, he can put up some numbers, and to me, you look at him. If you had him. And you had, I don't know if you had a chance to see Doumbouya play at
yes,
Siku. Now he's finally getting
rookie
PT.
Surprise.
Yeah, he's getting some PT now.
Mm-hmm.
So you got two young athletic wings like that. It's a low budget version of when Boston had Tatum and Brown when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just talking like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you got two athletic wings like that. That's something, and you still got a sharpshooter, Luke Kennard, and another maybe emerging sharpshooter with Svi Mikhailiuk. I know I butchered his last name, but the guy they got from the Lakers last year, he also came on. He just had a 25-point game, and he just lets it fly from three.
Yeah.
So I like the youth movement idea. I'd rather go young. Just grow with these guys. Let Rose actually have a chance to compete for something worthwhile on a big stage.
Mm-hmm.
And when Blake comes back, Blake has to understand he's second fiddle now.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that you're back. We hope you're healthy. But we're not. The plan is no longer to build around you.
But he has to accept that. Yeah,
he has to. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
And we have Christian Wood as a power forward center.
You got Luke Kennard too. I really like Luke Kennard, a solid young shooter.
Wood's more athletic than Andre. He needs to bulk up. But if we could get another center for a reasonable price, I wish we could get Baines back. Never should have let him go years ago.
Yeah,
somebody like that that's just solid
and doesn't break the bank either.
Yeah, and doesn't break the bank, right? So let Andre go. I mean, and then you can bring in some more free agents. You'd have so much money freed up with him and Reggie gone. And to me, those two are cancerous because what have they done?
Yeah.
They've been in Detroit together as a unit, being that's what everybody markets them around here as the franchise leaders. They've given us nothing.
Bro, they've been cashing checks, man. That's all they doing. They cashing them checks. They heading right down to Western Union. They cashing them checks.
They cashing
That's all they've been doing, man. They stealing. Well, Reggie Jackson stealing money.
Yeah, getting away with robbery. Yeah.
He definitely stealing money, for sure. So it's going to be interesting with your Pistons, man. We're going to see. Hopefully, I think they should blow it up, too. So I agree with you on all those points, man. It's about that time. But I definitely would like a Kuzma for Rose swap. Now, that would be something, I must say.
Nah, that happens, man.
That'd be solid.
I might get the Kuzma jersey.
Oh, okay. Talk about it.
I mean, there's somebody young that can score.
Yeah.
Think about it. When's the last time Detroit had somebody who could really put the ball in the basket? I mean, for real.
Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I might have to go that far. I might have to go back to Rip.
The Ripper. Yeah, he was like...
Darvin Ham athleticism. It's crazy.
Terry Mills. Yeah. I mean, it's been years, man. So it's time, man. Yeah, it's time.
I feel you.
Get the youth movement started.
Whoa, man, blow it up, man. Put the dynamite in there, man.
I'll drop it on there. Yeah, let's do it.
I feel you, man. Also, I wanted to talk to you about your brand as well. So I know you're a personal branding coach. You do some photography, do some style coaching. As you said, make sure you go cop those lapels, all that from Harrison Blake Apparel. And I know you work with a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs and things like that to help them grow them brands. So I wanted to touch on it a little bit so the family can hear you talk about it a little bit, because I respect your hustle, man. I got to give you that. I definitely
appreciate it, man.
Of course, man. I can always appreciate another brother putting in that work, man. So talk to the family a little bit on your starting your brand and something that a couple of things that maybe that inspires your desire to help people with their personal brands, or just talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, man. I started my brand back in 2014 and it's been a while and had some good success with it. And so the thing now is just trying to give back, because here's the real reason for it. Mm-hmm. I look on Instagram, I'm on there a lot, growing my brand, just interacting with people. I see so many women, Black women in particular, mm-hmm. that are coaching, starting businesses, entrepreneuring, teaching online classes, and, and really lifting, that community. But I don't see any guys really doing it that much. Now you have real big names that are quote unquote like more motivational type. Yeah. First off, I always tell people you don't have enough money to work with them. They're working with corporate people. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're household names. You don't have a community of Black men that's business owners that's really doing this, that's networking, growing, and facilitating, circulating the dollar in our community. We don't see it. So I'm just trying to fill a niche. Primarily, I didn't start out trying to do this, but primarily what I've been working with is African-American men. Mm-hmm. I have worked with a few women, but for the most part, that's what the coaching has lended itself to. And I think it's because there's a big gap in the market. So I'm just trying to fill that a little bit, trying to inspire, trying to network, and even just doing the podcasting. Yeah. Man, you get to meet positive people that's doing great things, and that's who you want to be around. Yeah. Because I don't want to be stagnant, man. I want to increase my net worth. Exactly. Mm-hmm. You got to be around good people. You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm glad you touched on ownership, because I feel like that's a very important thing that I feel like it's blown by the wayside, I would say, because a lot of, especially young Black men, they don't think about ownership. And even if it's something small, like it still it instills a kind of a mentality to you when you own something, whether it's it's a car, you own your car, your apartment, your home, your website, you own a business or own something that you've been working on, something that basically you can call your own, is a sense of ownership. And I feel like it instills another mentality of you and a more of a business mindset to anybody that owns something. So like,
No, you're right. A sense of pride.
yeah, exactly.
And a higher self-worth. Anytime you own something, you know, like you said, home ownership, that's awesome if you can do that. Even just a side hustle, side business. That's what I always promote. Side hustle, you know, anything. Because you're increasing your income, you're increasing your skills, you're increasing your value, and like I said, your self-worth. And of course we all want the income part of it, but sometimes, you know, just personal development in itself.
Yeah.
It can take you to new heights, even if you're on the job or whatever. But when you own something clicks inside your own head where you're like, you have a higher purpose, and you just respect yourself more, and you kind of hold yourself to a higher standard.
Yeah.
I really think that's the way, the best way to describe it. And I know I have a son, you know, I named my business after my son. That's where the Harrison Blake comes from. Mm-hmm. And so he's like 10. And so now he's been with this, you know, since he was like 3 or 4. But anyway, now he's like, man, you know, when I get bigger, I want to make Harrison Blake phones. He love, you know, kids love technology, you know, and I was like, man, that's a big goal to, you know, have your own phones. And he's like, I mean, I could do it though. And it's like, I just love hearing that, you know, anytime somebody young has the idea, you know what, I could own something. I could create something. My daughter's the same way. She does most of my photography for social media. So she wants to be a photographer. You know, she's only 14, but she's killing it.
Look at that.
You know, so it's like just inspiring the next generation, man. That's what it means to me. But now getting out there on social media and helping just everyday guys, that's what I'm all about, man. I love it because, I mean, we're just building something, you know, for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So were there any like challenges or fears or whatever that you like faced when you were putting the brand together, like anything like that? Any reservations or that you had?
Yeah, you know, challenges people always come across is financial challenges is the first thing that comes to mind. Mm-hmm. You know, and I, like everybody else, I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth. So it's like I started literally with $200, man. And you got to have that hustle mentality, man. I don't care what you're doing. If you can flip your money and just keep flipping it. So I took the 200, bought my first products, sold them all out, took all the money, put it back in, bought more products. So I did that like so many times, and I didn't pay myself for about a year and a half. Mm-hmm. I just kept flipping the money, putting it back in. And so you have to be patient. So you can start with $5, man. It's possible, but you might not have instant success because if you don't have investors and capital and stuff like that, you're flipping your own money. But the key is to be patient and just get started. But the other thing for me when doing a brand was not being the face of it. And I never wanted to be the face of Harrison Blake, and I'm still not. If you look at that page, we got like 95,000 followers on Instagram right now. And it's tempting for, you know, anybody wants to kind of be known. Yeah. But I'm so far behind the scenes, like you don't even see me on that page. You don't see me, you don't hear me. It's just customers and mannequin posts and stuff like that. So just focusing on the products. You can grow, but if you want, you can grow a personal brand and be the face of it. It's just, I chose the path of just stepping back and let the products speak for themselves. And then
quality. When you focus on the product, like it's the same thing with content. When you focus in on the content, you make sure it is top notch, 100% quality. It shows, and it always shows to people.
That was the goal. That was the goal, to just like, you know, I didn't want it to be like, hey, buy from me. I'm black owned, you know, just support me, you know, or, you know, look how cool I am. And here's the thing. I knew that I wasn't, hey man, I'm not young like that. I don't have that quote unquote look like the coolest dude ever. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to put myself out there like, you know, be like this guy. You know, it was just like, nah, just check out the products, man. They're great. It's got a good price point. You know what I'm saying? But as far as building a personal brand, you know, I don't mind putting myself out there a little bit because I'm just representing myself and trying to, you know, be motivational and inspiring. But my current dilemma and our challenge, I should say, is pivoting the brand a little bit. Like I mentioned, I'm starting to do custom suits.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's a higher price point.
Yeah.
So before, most of my products were super affordable, and the suits will be affordable compared to some of my competitors. Okay. But anytime you got a custom garment, it can't be $200.
Yeah.
I can't give you a custom suit for $200. It's just impossible.
Of course.
I can give you a custom
thing that entails in that. Yeah.
Yeah. I could do it for $600, and that same suit you can get from somebody else for $1,000. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I'm following my strategy. My brand strategy is to get out there in the market, get known, and then,
of course, slowly,
you have to raise the prices to, where they need to be.
Of course,
to meet the market. But that's the strategy. But it's still a different way to market, a suit versus a lapel pin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely. What you getting there, brother? We're talking about you there.
I'm trying, bro. I appreciate it.
Of course. So before we move on, any tips or any important tips you would give to anyone who wants to start their own business, any movement or looking for a change or to start something like yourself? They got a clothing line, maybe they got a podcast, maybe they have whatever that they're interested in do some photography. I know a lot of people are doing that, videography as well. Any tips or anything like that that you can help out? That you can give to anyone that starting off their business?
Yeah, I got 3 things. I'll go through the first one. The first one, number 1, mindset. You gotta have a winner mindset. You have to have belief in yourself, and you have to stay motivated. And the reason I say that is because as an entrepreneur, man, I tell you what, it's so lonely sometimes. You got nobody to talk to. Nobody understands you. And when you have a bad sales day, and you will have bad sales days, oh man, it is soul crushing. At the beginning of this month, I don't know what was going on. I think everybody was out of money after New Year's or something. I was having a bad day. I was depressed. I was telling my wife, and she was like, "Man, you got to pick yourself up." I was take your own advice. Yeah. And man, I innovated. I turned it around. We're killing it now this month. But that first week, I'm telling you, man, it was depressing. So there's going to be highs and lows, so don't get too high, but definitely don't get too low. Stay motivated.
And that's tough for some people, too. They have to definitely try not to get too low, man.
What you got to do, this is what I did. This might work for somebody. Listen to motivational messages, read books on business and mindset, and just kind of brainwash yourself into being this totally positive person. I know most of us aren't. Yeah. But if you can brainwash yourself into changing. It took me about a year, and I listened to a motivational speaker, Les Brown. I listened to his videos every single day for about a year and a half, almost like 4 hours a day. I would have my headphones in, just listening to messages about you can do it, it can happen, just keep pushing. And then once you believe that, then it can happen. But if you don't believe, if you think like, man, I'm broke, who am I?
Definitely have to instill it in your brain.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. All that negative stuff, it'll make you lazy. It'll make you sit there and you just start looking at everybody else that's doing it and comparing, and then nothing happens.
And you know what, too? Sometimes you got to look your own damn self in the mirror. Like, sometimes you may have to do that. Look yourself in the mirror and say something positive to yourself to help yourself out. Like, it works. It works.
Yeah, it does. It does. And it's hard to look yourself in the eye. I've tried it before.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of people can't look their own selves in the eye. It's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
The second thing, get training, get educated. Invest in yourself, like work with a coach. I'm not just saying like, hey, call me, but you could. But work with whoever you feel comfortable with, you feel like you could connect with, and take some of these online courses. Yeah. They're not always like super expensive. I took a lot of them. They helped me learn new things, new skills, new ways to market. And you got it. You just have to do that. You just have to be educated, because if you haven't done something, learn from somebody who's already done it. That's my second tip.
Okay. You got a number 3?
Number 3, stay patient, stay consistent.
Yes.
And innovate. Don't be afraid to change and pivot. So staying patient, like I said, I went a year and a half, didn't pay myself anything. Yeah. Just doing it as a side hustle.
That's underrated too, the patience part. That's very underrated.
I mean, like doing a podcast, trying to grow an audience.
Oh man,
You know,
what?
People think, oh man, I'm gonna have thousands of listeners and
It does
downloads.
not happen that way.
Nah. But here, think of the long game. I'm like, okay, 5 years from now, yo, I'm about to have like some influence. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If I stay consistent, that's why I said stay consistent. So patience and consistency together, and then innovate. Like you, I appreciate you innovating with your show, having me on just for a minute to talk about a little bit of business and mindset.
Gotta have a little different flavor on the show.
Yeah, man. That's innovative. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the same way with my business and anybody's business. Sometimes when stuff isn't working or you have another idea, it's okay to change and go a different direction.
Oh, you gotta stay ahead of the curve too. You gotta stay ahead of the curve. You gotta try different new things and invoke a different kind of voice. Sometimes you grab somebody else, because I know my audience, and I know what my audience likes. I know what they like to listen to. I know what they like to hear. But sometimes they need to hear different things. And I know there's a lot of brothers that listen to it. I know a lot of them want to start their business. I get approached a lot. I can't tell you how many people are in my DMs about helping them like start a podcast, because they see how I do this, and they see how I structure my show, and how I always keep a theme, and whatever all the things that I entail into my show. So I know people definitely have to be patient, like you said, and definitely have to be consistent, and you have to be innovative, or else you regular.
You gotta be innovative. Gotta be innovative. Don't be afraid to switch it up, and just try something new that you. Yeah, I'm doing that now on my Instagram page. It used to look a certain way, and I think it was getting stagnant, so I flipped it, tried something new, and now it's starting to it's catching on again. It's like, and it's something that I never would have thought I would do. Yeah. But I was like, let me just try this. Yeah, definitely. You know? And it took off. So I'm like, you know what? Got to be innovative.
Of course, yeah, definitely. Yes. It is. So, like I said before, I definitely respect your hustle, man, and definitely much respect to you and the brand, man, for sure.
Appreciate it.
Of course. So let's get to this crossover segment now. Bring it back around.
Not a game. Not a game.
So I'm doing a crossover segment a little bit different this time, Rich. A little bit different than the last time you was on here. So I did 2 and 2 before, but now I do 3 and 3. So basically, for my new listeners, I'm comparing players from different eras. While my man Rich, he acts as GM, fantasy GM. So it's two. I'm gonna throw out 6 players for you. I need you to choose 2 guards. 1 guard, 1 big, from out of the 6 players.
Out of the 6,
yeah,
okay.
That you would choose to build your team, all in their primes, of course, obviously. Which would be the combo that you would choose for the GM of your team, Team Rich?
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw out these 6 guys. And you tell me who you would choose. For the guards, you got Gary Payton, you got Russell Westbrook, and you got Chauncey Billups as your 3 guards. For your forwards, you got Giannis, you got Charles Barkley, and you got Dirk Nowitzki. I'm going to go over those 6 names again. Gary Payton, Russell Westbrook, Chauncey Billups, Big Shot Billups. You got Giannis, you got Charles Barkley, you got Dirk Nowitzki. Give me a combo, 1 guard, 1 big, for who you would take to start your franchise. Who you got?
I got Westbrook at guard. And I got Nowitzki at big.
Oh, okay. Now that's interesting, man. Tell me why you chose those 2.
Okay, so out of the guards, I looked at. I wanted a little more size than Peyton. I know he's had the defense, but I wanted a little more size, and I also wanted, in today's day and age, I wanted more scoring. And so I went with Westbrook for the scoring and a little more size and the athleticism.
I know you like that athleticism.
Yeah, so as much as I love Chauncey, he's a little slow, especially today's game. You know, I need that speed. I want to get up and down the court quick. That's why I like to play, and that's the play I like to watch. And when I used to be able to get up and down the court quick, so I'm like Blake now. I'm slow, but back in the day, I was quick. So I want that speed up and down the court.
You just got to put on the leg sleeve. You good, Rick? Just put on the leg sleeve. You're all right.
Oh man, I don't know. But so that was the idea behind the guard. Yeah. For the big, I went with Nowitzki because I also wanted some shooting. Okay. And Barkley and Giannis. Giannis is getting there, but Barkley and Giannis didn't give me the 3-point shooting that I wanted. And, being a stretch 4 or 5, Nowitzki, I think that combination, they could play well off each other. I got somebody that can go to the rim, attack, and finish. And I got somebody, if he kicks it out, if Russ kicks it out, then I got Nowitzki that can knock down pretty much anything from anywhere. And I liked Nowitzki's longevity. And I like both of those guys for they're kind of franchise staples. Yeah. So if I could keep them two together for that long, I think I could have a long run. You know,
at least you can't go wrong with any pair out of those two. So I like that. But I'm gonna go a little bit different. I'm actually gonna go first. I had Chauncey Billups because I'm a big Chauncey Billups fan, but it was because who I wanted to pair him with. And it's Giannis. I was going hands down for me, Giannis. But then I had to switch up because I thought about it. And I'm going to have to go GP with Giannis. I'm going to have to go Gary Payton and Giannis because I definitely obviously like the defensive versatility there between those two as my two cornerstones. And I'm just putting straight shooters around those fellas. I'm putting straight shooters. Straight shooters because Giannis can actually, Gary Payton, he was a good point guard, but he wasn't a phenomenal facilitator, orchestrator in the offense. And that's where I feel like Giannis comes in because he is a great facilitator for his team already. So I feel like if you're not asking a guy like GP to be point guard all the time for an entire 48 minutes, and it's going to be Giannis playing at some point, especially when he grabs a rebound and brings it down the floor.
True.
I like the intensity that GP is going to give to Giannis. I like it because I feel like that's where Giannis when he gets into the playoffs, sometimes you could beat him up a little bit. That's what's been shown in the last couple of years. So we're definitely hoping to see a better Giannis this playoffs. A more ferocious Giannis is what I would like to see, but I think a guy like GP can give him that ferociousness that he needs. And
he'd be in his ear. He'd be in his ear telling him.
He needs a guy like that. He needs a guy like that, man. Somebody to shake him up a little bit.
You know what's kind of funny? Just side note, Milwaukee really doesn't have that guy right now. That's
exactly.
I mean, a little bit with Bledsoe, but yeah,
he's not gonna shake up Giannis though. That Bledsoe, he's gonna crawl under the bed during the playoffs if he's getting spanked. Also, like if somebody's killing him, he's gonna crawl under the bed. I don't trust Bledsoe. I don't.
He does.
He needs a real bona fide full-time bulldog on that squad with him.
Yeah, you're right. They don't have that. That's funny.
I know
it was hard not to pick Giannis because he's gonna go down as one of the greats. But I like that shooting. I like that shooting with Dirk, man. That 3-point shot was just pure.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. Listen, Dirk was Dirk. Well, I like all three, so honestly, you can't go wrong with either one. But I just like the size that Giannis is giving me, plus the speed. But I'm a big Dirk fan, man, and Dirk was a little unstoppable in that post, man. I'll tell you that. Him and Russ are the best combo, I think, out of the two because they both complement each other very well. So yeah, Rich, man, dog, thank you for joining me for another episode of Above the Rim. I appreciate you switching up the schedule and all that to join me on this episode, my brother. It was great talking to you as always, dog.
Man, this was fun. I love talking about NBA. It's my absolute favorite sport ever since I was a kid. So I can talk about this for hours, man. Anytime.
Yeah, man. So wait, so who you got? Who you got one of the titles here? I know you're a LeBron guy, so you got the Lakers?
Yeah, I think we're looking at.
Oh, you heard the we Laker fan over here.
No. I mean, this says general.
Yeah, I messed with you. I meant to.
The viewing public. I think we're looking at Milwaukee and LA. I think one of the LA teams. I think it's one of the LA teams. I believe. And either way, it's gonna be a good finals.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely gonna be a lot more competitive.
I think it's going to be way better than the last. Last year was So yeah, it's going to be way better. It's going to be way better than last year.
Yeah, it definitely.
Last year was a little underwhelming.
We're definitely going to see LeBron, man. He better not get hurt. I'll tell you that right now. So you might have to take off a few games coming up. He might have to take some lower management.
Slow down. He got to slow down, man. I don't even know if he's human at this point.
He's not. He is not, man. He's a physical specimen. That dude. He's crazy, man. Is. But yeah, appreciate you joining me once again, man. You're definitely gonna come back on again. See what's going on in the near future. And shout out to you and the brand as well. Make sure people, y'all go check out that Life of a Gentleman podcast. It's dope, man. I definitely appreciate the guests that you bring on there too, because it's always interesting to listen to, man.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll have to return the favor and have you on there and chop it up about, here's the subject, building a podcast. Because you got one of the top notch and consistent, like we talked about.
Yes, consistency, man.
So we're gonna get on there and chop it up about, because people want to know how to build a podcast, and you've done it. So we're gonna get on there and talk about it.
Appreciate that, man. Anytime, man. You know I'm all ears. So family, it's episode, what we on right now? 116 episode.
See there?
Yeah.
Consistency.
There you go. Episode 116, family. Appreciate y'all as always. And we are